so much. We're getting some contributions coming into the Matcherino. Thank you very, very much. Totally appreciated. As we get this season underway. Season number 20. Love it. Our round has readied up, and we have the countdown. We're about to begin our first game of the night. 3 matches on the card. We'll go over them as the night goes on. But in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. We'll get this one started. And we got 25-cent contribution coming on in. Thank you so much. Yes. The Matcherino will start to increase as the season goes along. So glad to be back. Very glad to be back here presenting some awesome CTL action. And now for the first time in this season, King is doing Max Out Club for our Division 1 players. That is the new rule. We are using Max Out Club as the tool since it allows players to get real-time scores. This is an esport now that you need to have whatever advantage you can to be able to keep up with the best in the world, and that's certainly what all these players are. They are the best in the world here in Division 1 of the CTL realm. Perennial All-Stars and CTM, of course. They've been doing it for a long time in the Masters programs. Those tournaments there show the best of the best, and obviously a lot of people have discussed that Sidnev is one of the best in the world. Look at that beautiful stacking. Take some unique burns here. Lombard comes in. Gonna roll over the T on the left side to clear away. The Lombard will come in for the right. Sidnev takes the early lead by about a Tetris Ram. Gonna do some clearing to get out of this one. We'll have the Lombard come in for the score. Zembro says, Moo, you sound different. Oh. God save the Moo. God save the Moo. He is retired. Though he never will tell you that he is, but he's a retired Tetris player. He's gone out. He's now a full-time geo-guesser. Spoke with him not too long ago, and says geo-guessing is pretty much just like Tetris. Drama, drama, drama. I'm going to set up some unique situational burns. Kind of clear away and get this board reset. Maybe have a dirty being set up momentarily. Yeah, we are ready for a dirty, but we have a drought. As you can notice, the other beneficial part of having Max Out Club is that we can see the drought counts, right? We can see what's going on. And players can then figure out, man, I really am in a bad drought. Maybe accommodate for the situation that occurs, because these players are very cognizant of that. Savage Octagon, welcome in. Hello. We got a raid from the DRMC. Thank you so much. Party of 41. Welcome in the Raiders. Shout them out. Thank you so much for the shout out to the DRMC. Those are my friends there. Congrats to our repeat champion and Tetris player, Adelito. Adelito. Ooh. It's been a long time. Adelito, former CTL star that was on the rise for a while, for leaving the Tetris community and joining the Dr. Mario scene. And yeah, I've been watching Adelito over there play, and it's pretty impressed. Adelito is becoming a superstar over there. So congrats to you, Adelito, a friend from Turkey, former CTL Division 5 player. A lot of people had Adelito pegged to be on the rise. It was around the same time that Adelito was getting cracked in Tetris that Malaya also was getting cracked. The two of them were kind of like being the rising stars. Malaya still plays from time to time in the CTM tournaments, and obviously, as mentioned, Adelito now focused on the Dr. Mario scene. Of course, we here at CTL love Dr. Mario. Got some good commentators over there. You got a plethora of people that do commentary over on the DRMC. Of course, my partner in crime, Chris Bidwell, founder of the Dr. Mario scene. There are really a number of great commentators there. Of course, I had the pleasure to meet JB Henry as well in Portland for CTWC, as he was helping out doing comms on the CT channels. Simul Tetris, yes! For both players, 404 to 450. They won't be needing score updates, but we'll give them to you, the players, and to the fans, I should say, and to the YouTube fans, because you'll be seeing this on YouTube down the road. You get your score updates. Players can see the live scores on their end in the Max Out Club room, so they know exactly what's going on. 497 for Sidnev, 407 for Ram, Gonna get the dirty triple, followed by the long bar to score on the right. 519 for Sidnev goes with the Vits. If you are for the Dr. Mario DRMC channel, what is going on Sidnev's board? That's called a Vits. It is an absolutely sensational maneuver put together, a delayed placement for a long bar to be tucked in to be set up for Tetris readiness, and it's become a very popular move within the realm of the classic Tetris scene. Of course, Sidnev is one of the proprietors of using that move very effectively and correctly. The players rolling here. Basically, Div 1 is Roller City. There are no tappers remaining in Division 1 these days. It's all Roller Nation. Does Bidwell have his own Fave 5 of DMC? That's a good question, Colin. I don't know. We're going to have to ask him. I have to have him on. It's time for that discussion of what are we doing for the Best of 99 Season 3, right? I have something in the works. But here we go. We got things in the works. They've transitioned over to level 19 speed. We're on the way. 645 for Sidnev. Out of Tetris, we'll go to 670. Rom at 563. He's upping and puffing, trying to get that in. And there it is, a Tetris to stay close. Down 80,000 points, but another one will cut it down to 55. Line count in favor of Sidnev. A Tetris for Rom. We'll go to 641. The screen check for Sidnev, just making sure where she's at. 704 to 641, about 2.5 Tetris lead. As the levels increase, the score will increase as well too. Rom looking to burn out efficiently, but players, messy boards, finding ways to figure it out. Sidnev set up, dirty triple for Sidnev. Oh, having a little bit of a coughing fit right now too. Oh, that's the worst thing, right? You're trying to survive this nasty thing, and all of a sudden a coughing fit ensues. At the concentration level at its peak, Sidnev not phased. Gonna just about get that right side open. Yo, what an adjustment of the T for the long bar to score. Sidnev is cracked at 753. Looking for maybe a situational tuck, but the pieces are not coming. Getting up very high, but Sidnev, one of the premier rollers now. Top 8 finalists of CTWC this past year. Gonna hang a square on the left side. Problematic. Cannot get any more burns, and Rom with that Tetris has taken it. And we'll get the score. Has it. 802 for Rom. We'll take game number 1. Off to a good start on the right. GG's. And they are underway. Incredible game number 1 right there. High fast pace transitions, but Sidnev unfortunately unable to get out of that. Was pretty much in trouble there. Just got higher and higher, could not find the solves to get out. Pieces were not accommodating to the board state that she had, and unfortunate top up, but there you go. Vits already, and pays off. Long bar comes pretty quickly. No delay on that end, and the long bar here for the score. Yeah, Colin, I was on mute for a moment, just had to take care of something on the side. What I find interesting, Colin, is that there's no, I don't think there's any ambient noise that you can hear in the background, right? That's very funny that this new scene I set up works out that way. Very strange. Little droughty seed happening right now for Sidnev. We'll get the long bar after a 20-piece drought, but another one comes quickly to get the 2 long bar scores. Rom keeping it close, 1,900 points the difference. Sidnev will add another Tetris to get back above 24,000 points. And now we're just a Tetris that separates the 2 players. Long bar coming in, there's a Tetris for both. A Tetris and a burn is the difference right now. Here comes the Tetris for Rom. And there is a Tetris for Sidnev. So a little exchange back and forth as we go. This is Sidnev's first match of this new season. Sidnev, last couple of seasons, has been in the playoffs. So let's talk about playoffs for those that are wondering. New format this year with the heavy hitters that we have rejoining CTL. So Huff and Alex T have returned, along with The return of Dog and Andy, Gerald and Sidnev. Gerald, Sidnev, Andy, and Dog have been perennial playoff players for the last 2 seasons since the return of CTL. And we had to try to see what can we do to get more players involved. We have the number of players that are interested in playing. So right now, Sidnev needs a Lombard the worst way, man. Oh, there it is, just in time. Woo! That was getting really spicy up there. She'll have to do some burns to get out of this. She is in a much better position than just we were literally 15 seconds ago. Dirty Tetris for Sidnev. He's at 331, Rum at 347. Got an interesting kind of tucking solution. It is a T that he will do it with. Perhaps he's looking for another T to kind of tuck in as he will roll that sucker in. Puts himself up to set up even more strange tucks. When just tucking school from Batboy. Batboy will tell you that's exactly how tucks are to be done. 377 for Rom, 362 for Sidnev. Sidnev will take the lead right back, but Rom is Tetris ready. And we'll take the lead back to twice over. Neck of that game. As we continue on, this game number 2. Best of 5, of course. First to 3 will win the match. This is Ron's second match of the season. He went down earlier. His first match last week, I believe it was. Against Doge. I believe it was a 3-2 Doge win. Doge coming out the gate hot with 2 big wins so far. Looking strong in this 1B, which has got some really great players. We're going to cover that after the match on who's in this division. Look at the scoreboard so you guys can get a sense of what's happening in this early part of the season. When you got players in this specific division like Huff, Alex T, Sidnev, Doge, Miles, Rom. It's a very difficult group to play against. Every game is pivotal. Got to get every point because the way the playoffs work out is that the top 2 players in both divisions, we have a Division 1A and a 1B to split. The top 2 players will advance to playoffs. The winners of the divisions will get the... Oh, man, Rom won't get any further, though. He stopped out. That board fell apart. The drought, 32 pieces. Disgusting. He can't do anything. Sidnev, no, she's good. The 40,000 point differential. We'll get her that one, and we are tied up at 1. GG's. We're about to get game number 3 started. We're even at 1. Again, every point matters, and in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. We'll see who's going to take the advantage. We're going to game number 4. So as I was talking about with the playoff situation, top 4 players, so each division, the top 2 players will advance to the playoff stage, as we have done the last 2 seasons in CTL. However, in past playoffs, we've been doing basically almost double elimination in regards to the division winners. Well, this time around, division winners will only get a bye in the first round because we are adding wildcard spots to this season in order to give players the ability to get into playoffs and try to get into that money situation. So we are certainly looking for that as well, which is why contributions by you fans certainly will go a long way. So if you're watching this right now on Twitch and you're able to contribute, do so with the contribution codes. Plenty out there if you like. You watch Sidnev in the drought as well too, trying to manage this. Thinking about S flat at the moment. Gonna get that double to burn. Very difficult situation. That's a misroll of a Z piece. This is problematic for Sidnev. Oh, the long bar is gonna come. Saves for the moment. But this is so high up. We're gonna top out there too. An early top out for Sidnev. A rare occurrence. Not much you can do. And a bad misdrop along the way really hurt her. Rom at 132 is going to be good, and he will take the 2-1 advantage. My word. Rom is ready to go. And we will count them down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. We will get game number 4 started. Sidnev and Rom going at it. Just for Sidnev to start, we'll go to 22,000. Rom will also get that, but Sidnev up by that 1 point. We've always talked about you hear it on every stream, really. Any restream that you hear a Sidnev match going on, it's always that one push down point will make a difference. Who knows? Maybe it will. Seen matches end with 1 point differentials. I think Tetris were typing in the Division 1 prize pool. We saw some more contributions being done. You can do them through the contribution codes that we have. We also have sponsor quests that are available as well. All you gotta do is just click on sponsor quests and money will be added to the prize pool. Sidnev already in a bit of a pickle. Or some help. Looking for a J, really. Imagine getting J droughted. Square over. Oh my word, this is so tough right now. What a roll for the S to get over another difficult situation, plus a drought that is formed. But in one of these cases, I don't think you even really wanted that long bar yet. This long bar is going to be absolutely crucial, and there we go. Sidnev in a little bit of a better spot because the piece helps, and that chasm that's been sitting there, it's opened up. Triple for Sidnev, and there you go. She's safe. My word. Oh, look at that. Set up the intentional T-spin there. Get that bonus points if you could, right? Wrong game, but it's okay. Lombard to the right. Tetris in for Sidnev. We'll screen check to see that she's down 87,000 points to Rahmations. Rom in control. Keeping his board clean. He knows that those Sidnev early top outs are like rarer than seeing the Ark of the Covenant. Gotta take advantage when they come. Just gotta pour on the points. Send garbage to Rom, indeed, Colin. Win Bird up. Got Ignis 0411 in the house. Zempro, of course. Watch it from YouTube, indeed. Got Mari, newest max outer. Shinobi. Great game here in the house. As mentioned, we got a lot of great action still to come. 2 more matches to go. Rom is going to be doing double duty. He's manned up. And we'll take on Miles the Great after this one. And then Big Clash, the returning champion of CTL Season 19, Gerald Freeman, begins his season tonight. We'll take on the Somalian captain. They've battled numerous times. I don't think Somalian's ever beaten Gerald, but Somalian would look to change things this evening. Excellent burns from Sidnev. Having a struggle game in a game that you don't want to see her have struggles because we are down 2-1 to Rom. Zip a long bar over, along with a square as well too. Sidnev's got to get out of this. The well is back open. We just need the long bar safety double. Can't blame her for that. You got to just be safe right now. And Rom is in a bit of a mess himself. He's at 119,000 points ahead, but this is certainly dangerous AF. A long bar will burn a triple. That L is beautifully timed. A double with a J. And Rom is getting out of this with all the right pieces. A dirty triple in the middle for Rom. He's at 439, Sidnev at 304. Sidnev looking for some big points. Just there's no long bars in this game for Sidnev. He's been seeing drought after drought after drought. And it's just unfortunate. There's no bars at all tonight. But here we go. Tetris for Sidnev. 334 her score. 509 for Rom. Nearly 200,000 points in the lead. But if there's anything we know about Sidnev, they can fight tooth and nail Well, that mini drought there for her, but she was able to get a lumbar in for a score. Playing it safe, knowing that there's just been way too many droughts, and lumbar in there. Ram has cleaned up his board. He's fine. And a lumbar in for a score again. Ram with 9 lines left to go. It's at 5:34. Sidnev transitions at 3:90. She knows she has work to do. It's time to go. Aggro AF. A misdrop of a Z piece will not hinder a Tetris if we get the lumbar down the well. Oh, that's a hanger ring! But that second lumbar comes to save the day. Sidnev at 4:21. Ram at 6:02. He has transitioned. He's looking to steal the match. We're probably pegging Ram not to take it. That's why we played the games. Anything can happen. Ram dares not try the lumbar spin. So he goes with alternate solutions and he'll get rewarded. Tetris. Ram at 681. Sidnev at 476. Down 200,000 points. We'll see. We have seen Sidnev do amazing things on the 19 plus. Just need some bars though. Lumbar will come when the well is closed, but this lumbar comes. We're scoring 203. 203,000, I should say, is the difference right now. Sidnev going to try to cut it. But Ram is just incredible right now. He's laser focused. He's in the zone. He knows this is his opportunity. He's got to take it. Especially when points are huge in this new format where wildcards, it's not the next best player in the division, right? Not going to be the top 3 players. That may be the top 4 players. Because you got to rely on the other division too. Whoever's got the highest points across the divisions will make it in. So you could potentially have 4 players from one division make it. Every point is precious this season. If you're Sidnev, you gotta find a way to get back in this. If you're Rum, you know 6 points are huge against an amazing opponent. He's in control. 949 for Rum. 697 for Sidnev. Lumbar to score. 731 to Ram's 950. If you're Rum, you got to be careful here. Cannot afford to top out. You got to play all the way. He'll get a split double with the J. He's working hard to stay alive. That's exactly what he needs to do. He cannot allow Sidnev all the time because we do have a line cap. 39 line cap is in effect, but an early top out on this stage of the game, like you call early top out. Seen these players go quite the distance. No, it's just gotta stay alive. Burn after burn. Stay alive. The longer he stays alive, the better chance he has. But Sidnev has really cut the lead down now. Ram gets a huge Tetris to keep it over 100,000 points, but Sidnev has cut it over 100,000 points. That little dig sequence from Ram really gave life back into Sidnev. She will transition to 29. We need a bar. Peekayric Tetris. A triple. 992 for Sidnev. 1.06 for Ram. He's trying to play 29. He can do it. A Tetris for Sidnev. Oh, my word. Ooh, this got a lot closer real fast. Ram. He will get a triple and a double right after. Sidnev knows. Bang! Tetris. Only 1,000 points separate the two. Ram will get a huge triple to help. She set up again. Another Tetris. Sidnev taking the lead. Are you kidding me? We're on level 32. A Tetris for Ram. Huge for Peekayric. Another one for Sidnev. 1.16 to 1.13. Ram hits a Tetris. 10,000 points to separation. Sidnev needs to open up the right side. Can't get the square. We need a bar. Barely. Oh, man. The bar cosmo piece too late. Ooh, oh, man. Ram's gonna top out. It's done. Sidnev needs one more burn. Sidnev needs one more burn. She got it. Oh, stop there. She did it. Oh, what a comeback. Sidnev. How did she do it? down over 200,000 points midway into the transition. Rom looked like he was smoking it all the way. She comes back and huge Tetrises on the post 29. Get her back in this one to say game 4 the number. Turn up the speakers, Doge, right? Turn up the speakers, baby. Let them hear in the house. The king is back for CTL. And we're back to action. The game 5 finale. Who's coming away with 5 points in 3, 2, 1? Tetris. So it's here. It says, please start. Doge says his order is not being taken finally. Well, you're welcome. New laptop courtesy of Eric ICX helping me out. Found this wonderful machine and said, King, I think you got to take advantage. It's only 200 bucks. Get it, dude. Although you got to install Windows on your own, but shout out to Colin for helping me get that set up. That's why the community's the best, right? Everybody's willing to help one another to make for a better scene. And what we could do is make for a better scene as well. King's noise suppression still working a bit too well. We're working on it, Optus. We're working on it. My friend Madi, newest max outer, of course. Max out club on the Kingsman stream is pretty professional, you know it. We're trying to do Doge, we're trying to be professionals here. And the professional thing that would be for me to do is to have you head over to the match arena. If you're looking to contribute, help to the prize pool, we want to get these players the money they deserve. They are fighting it out. They are giving you entertainment value. Contribute, whether you do it with a contribution code that is still out there, you do the sponsor quest, or you can even do direct contributions, whether you purchase merch through Match Arena or you do one of the offers that we have. You know, whether you want to get a CTL match, whatever match you're doing, you want it on CTL channel, we do it for you. Or even, you know, just give us money. Whatever you want. The players get every single cent. We, the king, as the organizer, does not get a cut of any of that. The players get the Matcherino money. Whatever bits and subs you do give here into the channel will go to the restreamers, though. That has been given. And you're going to have some of the restreamers like Peek and Peyton. They've been getting some good chunk of change lately. They've been getting good chunk of change. In fact, payout should be happening next week for that in the mail. There's always got to be a little mic clipping, right? Oh, it's lower. It's lower this tad bit. The input capture will lower it a few dB gain. It was just crazy. It's just crazy. Hopefully it wasn't at GD level. Oh, I thought for a second. I thought Rom for a second was looking to go for the Buko. I don't know if that was kind of, I think, too tight to do it there. On top of the J, we're looking for a square. Tuck Lombard will come first, and there's a square to fill in the tuck dependency. Ram is at 290, Sidnev at 335. Sidnev enduring a little bit of a drought, but able to fend it off and get the Tetris in. Sidnev up about 3 Tetrises. Ram will get it back down to 2. Sidnev is built up for multiple should Lombards come. We've been seeing throughout this evening that Sidnev has been getting droughted pretty hard throughout the match, but came in clutch at the end in that last one. The Lombards came, which he certainly needed them in that 29 post play, and that is why we are here for a gain of 5. Rom looked like he was coasting to the finish line. Looked like it was going to be a very stunning upset for some. I would say that if you're a Rom fan, you'd probably say otherwise. Like, no, Rom is good, and he certainly has. A lot of people were doubting Rom to be in the Division 1. They're like, I don't know, man, just because he has a high PP, I don't think he can keep up with Division 1 players. But he proved it last season. He did have a little bit of a rough go early on, but in the latter half of the season, he turned it up, ended up surviving a very difficult division he was in, and now he is in this star-studded division where so many big names are in it. And he's held his own against Sidnev tonight. Almost pulling out the 3-1 victory. Now he's looking at trying to finish it off in the decider. Tetris for Sidnev. We'll go to 501. Ram at 455 out of Tetris for him. He'll go to 478. Talk of the J, followed by the Lombard to come in, and another one, back-to-back jacks for Rahmations. And we did get a huge contribution, about $100 coming in. King, gotta go check it out. Who was it? Gotta shout people out when they do contributions, my dude. What you waiting for, bro? They play on in this level 18. They're about to transition over to 19. Gotta give a huge shout out, $100 and 25 cents, of course, from our big supporter, K9 watching Tetris. Thank you so much for that huge contribution. And of course, our borrow was $48 as well. Woo! You all are way too kind to help support the players. And we have transitioned here for Game 5. Sidnev with a major chasm. Need some help. L would have been spectacular. Lombards are flowing now, and they come for relief. Pumpy's here. He says, this is not Kaka. Of course it's not Kaka. This is Division 1. The best in the world. Going at it right now, showing you. My classic Tetris is the esport premiere. Dirty Tetris. For Sidnev. Up by about 8,000 points. It's a tight game. Ram will take the lead right back. Again, another neck-and-neck match. This one has turned into a really good one. Another Tetris for Sidnev and one for Rahmations. He's hanging in with a CTWC top 8 finalist, a PAL World Champion, multi-time finalist of the Masters Tournament. Ram going extra scary dirty. What a burn he made. He needs the long bar in the worst way. It's not coming. He's hanging in. The T and the J help him reopen that right side, but he's still in a drought. 24, 25, 26. It keeps going. He has no long bar. There it is. Tetris Saram. He stays alive. At 802 to Sidnev's 814. Players have holes throughout the board. Ram starting to manage his. He fixes it up. And again, another drought for Ram forming. But the Lombard comes. He doesn't have to wait that long. 69%. Hey now, Tetris rate. Sidnev. A bit of a strange tucking situation. Will tuck the T perfectly. To kind of fix that up. Will burn away. Oh, she has time. A Senewell has been built. And she too now engages in a drought. But there's the Lombard. 29-piece drought. Not strong enough to take her out. 863 to Ram's 935. Now an 895 for Sidnev. This game heating up. We are on the level 26. The line cap is set for 39. Double kill screen was chosen. We'll see how players fare. Ram gonna get another Tetris. He's up 70,000 points. He has maxed out. He's over 1 million. Attention, Mount Sidnev. We'll get a Tetris. She's at 969. And another one to go to 1 million as well. 6,000 points or less. The separation. We're on level 28. Sidnev, a Tetris. Ram, 20,000 points behind. Less than a Tetris. He can get one more. She can too. Both have to burn. There's a Tetris for Sidnev. He's waiting for his. Where's his Lombard? Here it comes. And we'll finish it out in the 29 play. Who's it going to be? Who's going to take the 5 points? A Tetris for Ram. He'll go to 1.01. Now it's 1.1. Both of them are 1.1. 37,000 points the difference. Ram's board getting spiraling out of control. A good burn here. Oh, Sidnev also having some issues. I think he's going to top out. Ram has a chance now. He's down 24,000 points. He can line this out. He doesn't need to go for a Tetris. He just has to keep this under control. Sidnev has topped out. Ram needs 12,000 points. He will get a double. He's coming within striking range. And he's got the double at the bottom. Rahmations. Stunning fashion. Has taken out Sidnev in her first match of the season. My word. And a Tetris to boot. I'm showing you. Don't count me out. I'm not the guy going down into the playoff relegation. I'm going to playoff heaven, baby. What a way to make a statement. Rahmations survives game number 5. We'll take the game of the match. GG's. We make it official there. There's the third part on Rom's side, the point, whatever you want to call it. He mullins it out. And Rom clapping it up. He knows it's a huge win over Sidnev. Absolutely huge points taken right there for Rom as he gets his second match of the season complete. Sidnev getting her first done. Sure, mentioned not probably happy with her performance overall, but certainly excellent. Last 2 games there, they were very good and captivating without question.